Artificial Intelligence, State of the Bot, April 2024. Let's talk about what's going on in the world of artificial intelligence and give you a little update. Artificial intelligence is a constantly evolving topic. Things have rapidly changed since the beginning of the school year, and I thought that I would take time in this video just to provide you a little update of what all is going on. If you want access to this presentation, you can access it by going to the website bit.ly/greenbushtech. All of my other presentations are there as well. You can sign up for my newsletter also. I've delivered over 30 different artificial intelligence presentations this school year to varying districts, and the biggest change from the beginning of the school year to now is that more people are using it and are feeling a little bit better about it. Canva did this survey not too long ago. They found that more than 3/4 of teachers are optimistic about AI. Hooray! But, large but, most of them don't know where to start. Every single time I do this presentation with a school district, I ask them two questions using Mentimeter. First, I asked them, have you used AI to create something for your job? At the beginning of the year, it was maybe 20%. Now when I do this presentation with staffs, usually the results have shifted to about 40 to 50% of folks have used AI to create something for their jobs. The other question I asked them is just a temperature check. How do you feel about artificial intelligence? Positives, negatives. Throughout the school year, this really has not changed. This is a very typical sentiment that I see, many possibilities, but it could be scary if students are not taught proper use. Lots of people still in this camp, it exists, I don't really use it though. And then a lot of people that are kind of in the middle camp where it's like, I'm excited, I'm a little nervous about it, but I don't really know how it fits in with the curriculum that I use. In every presentation I've shared this graphic. I think that it's a perfect starting point for any teacher in a classroom to start having the conversation about AI use with their students. It goes from more AI creation at the top to more human work at the bottom. So if I were a teacher in a classroom, I would go through each one of these individual prompts and I would explain to the students where kind of my line is drawn, where I would not allow any kind of AI use in the classroom. For me, I think my line is right about here. Student rewrites AI generated content with own improvement ideas. And to me, that's not really much different from a student going to the internet, looking up information and then regurgitating it in their own words. You might be different though, and that's totally fine, but I think it's important for us to talk to students about where we fall on this. Schools all over the place are trying to develop policies and regulations. I've got a really good example policy and regulation linked right here on this page. I like that they define it. They have a primary goal of using AI in the classrooms, and they talk both about student responsibility and staff expectations as it relates to the technology. New vocabulary is emerging. A hallucination refers to a generative AI kind of sort of faking it until they make it. They are going to give you an answer. Sometimes that answer is accurate, but some of the times that answer is not accurate. I go with the rule of 80-20. Artificial intelligence is going to get me about 80% of the way there. I got to go back through there, fact check some different things, clean it up, personalize it. But ultimately, it saves me lots of time and it'll get me about 80% of the way there usually. Detecting AI, how do we do it? There's a really good blog post here that I found that you can check out. They're kind of going back through and ranking and reviewing all of these different AI detectors. They're saying that CopyLeaks is the #1 most accurate AI detector. This is their website. It's free to use. It is a little bit of a limited capacity unless you create an account, but the way it works is you copy and paste an essay into this box and it will check for AI. So I've got an essay that I had ChatGPT generate. I'll paste it into CopyLeaks and click check. Almost immediately it says AI content detected. It is pretty good. It will misidentify things from time to time. So at the beginning of the year I was saying don't use these, they're not accurate, they're not good. Now I think they do have a little bit of merit, but don't use them as the end-all be-all. You can use them to kind of check things out, but don't run something through here and immediately think, oh, well, this is AI content detected, you get a 0. I think you can run it through here, have a conversation with the student. Ultimately, if we want to combat AI, we have to ask questions that AI cannot do. Sharing emotions and personal experiences is still something that AI is not great with. So instead of just asking the question, hey, what do you think about this topic? Talk about your feelings, your thoughts, your opinions, those kinds of things. My best recommendation for a starting point if you're getting into artificial intelligence as an educator is the website magicschool.ai. They have a complete training program now, which is really good. It only takes a couple of hours to go through and learn all that there is to know about this tool. But the reason why I think it's the perfect starting point is that it kind of takes the guessing work out of prompting. If you don't know how to prompt an AI bot, you're not going to get great results back. So on this website, it has all of the prompts built into it. It's kind of like training wheels for AI. So if you want a text summarizer, YouTube video questions, lesson plan, you just pick one of these options Then you just have to plug in your information, the grade level, the topic, the criteria. It walks you through the entire process. Video is right around the corner. This is kind of crazy. The same company that made ChatGPT has a new product on the market. It's called Sora. It is in limited use capacity right now. Some specific bloggers and filmmakers have access to it, but we've seen demos of it and the results are quite astounding. We're going to watch a couple seconds of this video, but this is MKBHD. He has a YouTube channel where usually he reviews technology, and he got a sneak peek at Sora, and I just want to share it with you guys.
All right, so this is simultaneously really impressive and really frightening at the same time, and it's hitting me in ways that I didn't really expect. So do you remember Will Smith eating spaghetti? Do you remember when this was what AI-generated videos look like? Remember when we said, okay, this AI stuff is cool and all, but clearly there's a long way to go before there's any need for concern. Well, welcome to the future, people, because this is also an AI-generated video. And so is this, completely synthesized out of thin air by computers. This one too. This is not real.
The details on that guy's face is just incredible. The Will Smith spaghetti video was 1 year ago, and here we are today with just these ridiculously detailed videos. The potential for this, of course, is the creation of deepfakes. You know, we could have politicians in artificially intelligence created videos saying all kinds of things. It's going to be hard to maybe determine what's real and what isn't. And this is only a year of this technology being available. So imagine where it's going to be next year. Resources for later. I do this for a living. I try and keep my finger on the pulse of artificial intelligence. So if you're interested in more frequent updates, make sure that you follow me. I've got my newsletter. You already had that link earlier in the video. I have this thing called the EdTech Tools Playbook. It's just a spreadsheet, but I keep track of all the tools that I do rankings, reviews of, demos. Of course, the artificial intelligence category is quite extensive, so be sure to open up the playbook and bookmark it. So that's what I know, everything that's new with artificial intelligence as of April 2024. Appreciate you tuning in. My email address is right there. If you have any questions, suggestions, I'd love to hear them. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, happy EdTeching.